Hi, YouTube. I hope you're well. I'm doing okay, not too bad. I did a write up on my Facebook about totalitarianism, authoritarianism, and fasci- fascism and neo fascism, which is kind of somewhat I would say is pretty much the position that we're in. Okay, they're not exactly telling us what to do, but yet they are somewhat with authoritarianism. So the totalitarianism, authoritarianism, um, fascism is basically getting your people to comply with your ideas, even though they may be like communist or whatever, but they're making you feel happy about even like doing harm to another person in the name of the state, in the name of what their ideals are, if they can get you to go along and look at things the way they're looking at things. That's their motives right now with everybody. So yeah. So anyway, with the help of a group called the Thought Company, Thought Company, I think is the name of it. With the definitions of all the words and everything to make it real understandable for people like with no like you got to be careful. We have to be careful using our words, that these people can't come back on and say, well, it's not like that, or yeah, it is. There's no democracy. There's no there's no votes. I mean, I can't even get a hold of people to talk to them. Now I'm considering, well, even if I write a registered letter, is it just going to go to some secretary anyway? Because she has or he legal authority to intercept mail for her boss or whatever, it's like, or his, so I don't know. I'm thinking I'm just going to send it regular mail. So, but yeah, so I did a write up with the help of the Thought Company, and it's pretty good. It's over on my Facebook. It's not really extensive. It takes about 10 minutes, not even 10 minutes to read, maybe 5 minutes. But yeah, and then making sure people know that Klaus Schwab is the like CEO of something that is called, well, he was like the president of the World One World Government Summit. That's not a theory. This is what these freaks are doing. It's not a conspiracy. It's a fact of what they're actually doing. These unelected dirtbags, you know, are wanting to tell everybody. Okay, his father built bombs. Um, what were they? They were excuse me, 1 minute. They were them handheld flamethrowers. His Swab's father built flamethrowers that killed American soldiers in World War II. So, I mean, these are not, it's not like, oh, wow, how interesting. Your family built um, things that killed people in my country. That makes me really want to patronize what you're doing, you know? I don't know. So, yeah, that's what I did quite a bit with my morning. And then I went on a Brucey's all live stream for a little while. Off and on, I was on again, off again a couple times on there. So, yeah, busy doing some stuff. So, yeah, oh, first off, thank you to my new subscriber. Welcome. I hope you don't get too bored around here. I don't think you will, but you might, depends on what you're searching for or interested in. I have my certain things I'm absolutely passionate about, and one of them's making sure the Dark Cabal knows that they are absolutely powerless in the face of God, and anybody that carries his energy, and they know that. So, yeah, that's my number one thing is spreading the message. Don't ever fear these people that, and I use that term loosely, people, or human with these things, entities, you know. It's not like some demon spirit jumped into some body that didn't belong to them. These lizard freaks have been breeding their bodies to jump into for ages. Some people think this stuff has only been going on for like 50 years or something. It's it's older than time itself. Or there is no time and it was quite a long time ago. Or way back when, you know. So I don't have really anything in particular I'm talking about today. Just thought I'd get on and say hi to everybody and and tell you my macaroni hot dish and salad turned out really good last night. So, and I do have leftover because I made a whole box of macaroni with it. So, if you don't know, and then I just took a bottle of marinara sauce and I had turkey flavored Italian sausage, just threw that in. If I thought about putting like some black olives, or if I had mushrooms, or sometimes I'll like cut up onions or celery, pepper, whatever. Put different, not a whole bunch of different things, or like chunks of tomato, but we just had that and then put mozzarella on top of it. So that was good. With I like it mine with lots of black pepper. I used to have cayenne flakes I put all over like macaroni, or that type, but it's because I really didn't like it. And if it has onions in it that are crunchy and something cooked, I don't really like it, and sometimes that will have a tendency to be like that. So a lot of times I'll kind of partially cook something. I like crunchy onions, just not in something that I want the flavor to go into it more and not just taste onion if I'm trying to like taste a noodle. I want to be able to, I don't know. I don't like I don't know. Different things. The texture I think is more like it. I do like crunchy things and like warm stuff, like if it's like chow mein, if you have like chicken chow mein for instance, and then you have water chestnut in there, or a bamboo shoot. I like that type of crunch and something saucy, but then you have, I don't know, I like it with the rice and then put a few or I like to put chow mein noodles on the bottom, then my chow mein itself, and then some rice on it, and bunches of soy sauce. So, and they say it's not good for you, and I know, and it has caramel color in it, and You can buy like, well, I guess like I haven't had it, but that natural yeast or brewer's yeast and use it on stuff like that. But it's, or they have something else that's like soy sauce, but that's not what it is. But it's, I don't know if it's actually blended or brewed or what it is. If it's an Asian sauce, I think it is. I don't remember like Hoi Min sauce or no, not that, but it's something I used to know it. I don't today, I guess. Yeah. So our phone has just been ringing off the hook the last couple of weeks. So not any calls from the government getting back with me though. Yeah. Yesterday, let me see. No, it was yesterday. Last night, Doug told me that something drastic or something big is going to change in 20 more days. So that's 19 days from today. And I don't know what it is. He just said, I'll see changes. And I'm thinking, yeah, I better, buddy. You know, this shit's getting sickening. You know? Yeah, we'll see. I shared a song on my Facebook. Well, a few of them, four of them today. Um, One is by the Kingston Trio. Well, they're one of the people that have done it, but it's a song called Mariah. They called the wind Mariah. So um, the fire is Tess, the wind is Joe, and they call the, or wait, the fire is hot, the wind is Joe, and wait, oh no, 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 now I lost it. Fire is Tess, the wind is Joe, and they call the wind Mariah. That's what it is. I do believe. Just some interesting lyrics, and then story of a true story of Tom Dooley. Oh, I don't know if it was in like the 30s or something, but up on a mountain he stabbed this woman that he loved because he couldn't have her. So, but it's kind of a creepy song, and they were telling him to hang his head down because tomorrow he's gonna die. So, anyway, like to have some remorse. So, and then I shared another one. Oh, what was that? Geez, you know what? I'll forget it. It doesn't matter. My last one I shared, though, I shared four, was 10 cc's I'm Not in Love. So that's kind of one of my theme songs. I don't play with people. I mean, I love people as people, but to lose myself, like my total brain over somebody, isn't going to happen. The only thing they can do to me is just try and torture me because they can't have me wrapped around their little finger like they want to do. Just doesn't work with me. I do not do that. No, don't do that. You know, that, or at least I'm telling myself that. Don't do that. Don't you ever do that. I tried it a couple times. Forget it. Excuse me. Now I'm trying to think of oh, Seasons in the Sun was the other one I shared. That's a good song. So if you haven't heard it, it's a little sad, but And especially the part that he's talking about saying goodbye to Michelle, his little one. Well, my friend that killed herself was Michelle, and I have an older sister that lives about 100 miles away. Um, Part of a family, she was a bastard like me in this family because my father was he got around. Yeah, insurance man. So first he sold or worked on Singer sewing machines and went around trying to sell them. And then he opened up an insurance company and made it pretty good. So, and had 3 children with his wife. And then she found out there was one before all them. He didn't even tell them. And then after all them, there was me, and he didn't tell them that either. So, yeah. So anyway, I have a sister named Michelle. Spelled, well, some people, Michelle and Michael can be the same thing, depending. So, and yeah, and a grandson, Michael, and a cousin named Michael. Anyway, that was interesting though. The only one that would talk to me um, from my dad's side of the family, my birth father, was Nam Vet Michael, my cousin. And we had a nice talk, really. I kind of think that he's not really close to all them either. So, but yeah, interesting talking to him, and he really resembled not only my dad but my oldest son too. So I was like, yeah, that's kind of cool. I have a niece that watches me, or at least watches everything on Facebook, as far as I know. Um, Janae, and I have a adopted sister named Janae. So that's coincidence, kind of. So anyway, yeah, it's hot out. I have my air conditioner going, so I'll try and talk a little bit louder so we don't get drowned out, you know. So, what landmark does everybody think that they're going to destroy next? I know it looks like just like oh, like Chicago's really bad or whatever, but and it is. I heard Frank Shot Pearson say, "What's up with all these parks? Like George Floyd was killed on Park Avenue, and it was just in Minneapolis about 4 or 5 days ago. There was some more murders by a park, and it's like, that's a little strange." Well, I suppose maybe too. That's where people gather. So if they're gonna have like a FF, event or um, crisis type of. Did you hear? I mean, literally, about 4 or 5 years back, maybe. Yeah, about around there or so. They had an ad in the paper down in some part of Texas. I'm not sure if it was like around Austin or where, but hiring 10,000 crisis actors that they would bus them in and just pay them like so much to be put in certain situations. I'm just telling you what I read. I mean, I can't prove anything, but, and I'm sure some of you know that's true too, you know. So the thing is, too, is having actual people around when these things are going on, and people that can't be paid off, you know, that are gonna speak their mind and, you know, in these situations around what's going on, you know. So, yeah. Beware of those ones you see that, you know, here's what really got me about the people like coming from Guatemala, even like way back when. Brand new backpacks, brand new tennis shoes. It's like, dudes, where'd you get them shoes, man? I can't afford shoes like that. You're coming over here to what? Get more brand new shoes? We can't even buy our own shoes, dudes. Excuse me. Really, the worst part of it all is the little kids that are coming up all by themselves or with strangers. God knows where they're coming from, and they're with people that'll say that they're their parents and they're actually not, you know. So, and I've heard of kids going back the other direction too. I saw a girl kidnapped right off a bus. I thought it was her dad, so did everybody. You know, he kept saying that, you know. It's like, whoa. And then a friend of mine had her baby taken over to Mexico by the father, but the father was not a U.S. citizen, and the mom was born here. That was a bad situation. We searched for that baby and everywhere we could think of, but Phoenix really is a very large city, and Mexico's not far away, you know. So yeah, that baby's name was Joseph. I babysat him, and he was such a good little boy, you know, just tiny. I think he was, well, he was just cutting teeth, so I think I'm gonna say he's probably about 4 or 5 months old.